Gang, fellas.
Will not react, and then I'm going to basically hover this gap before I release. You can do either gap, but considering the shotgun formation, if it's going to be a run play, it's going to be an inside zone. So I'd rather plug this hole because that's the most likely area where the running back would run. So we'll almost start here. As the play starts off, though, we're basically just going to, you see right there, we get inside zone. So like I said, there's definitely a good reason to be in that gap. So we're going to do it again. Like I said, it can come down this gap. You don't have to spread the defensive line. I just find that that's one of the better ways to go. But you can see it doesn't really matter. The pressure comes in anyway, and that's pretty much one of the best ways to get pressure. Like I said, I have a nice speedy linebacker out there, Jerome Baker. Got to make sure you have your speed at these spots. And once again, the running back's not blocking. There's not going to be anything in his way as he goes right to, I'm on running back. Watch the replay. Like I engaged very shortly, and I back away. Actually, I never got engaged because, like I said, I typically try to loop to the right so that I can basically not get touched, and then I'm all over that running back. And by the time I get into that set, he's already getting planted. So it's a super easy blitz to set up. If you're worried about that flat, I mean, you can always use hard flat. That's one thing that this game covers pretty well is hard flats. And like I said, really just basically slanting the defensive line outside, crashing outside, blitzing this or bringing this blitzer down into the to the gap. Once again, inside zones are going to get shut down. As you can see right there, there's nowhere to go. Go and let's do this one more time. Like I said, I like to get more pass plays. I'll go ahead. I'm gonna hard flat just because I'm sure that White in the flat will be that would be something. We're just getting very easy sacks. Cover 3, Sky Show 4. This is something that works in a lot of different formations, but the way that I'm going to use it, I'm going to get instant pressure, and I'm going to get a lot of sacks. So let's go and let's pick that. So now as far as this defense goes, like I said, it's cover 3. I've run a lot of people running cover 3, so that was one of the reasons that I decided to kind of mess around with this. But I'd much rather try to create pressure than just run a cover 3 basic. So all I'm going to do here to try to get some pressure is I'm just going to shift my defensive line to the one side. Then I'm going to slant them to the right as well. And then I'm just going to basically, this guy here, he's out kind of far. I'm going to cheat him in a little bit. But I basically want to take one of these players. Typically, I take the one closest to this side, but I want to leave that for because there's so much action going on there. And I'm just going to basically put him on a blitz and bring him into the gap. I'm also going to make sure that I guess pass because I just think that helps. I don't makes them get after the quarterback. They won't bite on play actions and stuff like that. And this is pretty much it. I'm going to try to basically shoot this gap and basically hold as much lineman to the side as possible. As you can see right there, it almost looks like a screenplay. And the pressure came right off the edge and forced an incompletion on the very first play. So let's go to the replay to see what happened because it happened so fast I didn't even really see. But you can see when I do this, the entire offensive line jumps to the side. I got sucked in, which wasn't really the plan. I had to disengage. But like I said, the whole point is to get this cornerback a free run. Now, I also want to make sure I have my fastest guy there. For whatever reason, it typically is, but it's not right now. Like online, when I play MUT, I typically have Jalen Ramsey, who's my best cornerback, running that. But for whatever reason, he's not. So I'll probably switch that out for a speed guy because he seemed to come in a little bit slow, a little bit fast. We probably would have had that sack. But you can see at the end of the day, it's a 4-man, 5 protection blitz. If I get disengaged, and then we have a guy coming in free. So we're going to do that again. Like I said,
Blast.
slide to the right,
Went to
slide
the
to the right
bathroom real
as
quick.
I typically want this cornerback, I want to bring him in a little bit. I want to cheat him in because he's kind of far out. If I do decide to bring this guy down, which is typically the guy that I like to do, I got to make sure I bring this safety over. That's probably the biggest thing. Is I probably want him in the center of the field. Because if I decide to bring this guy down, it's going to create problems for the deep safety set. This is typically the guy.
Alright. Got our doobies. Got my water.
This is,
All right,
you know,
let's
I
roll.
run this blitz. The way that I run this blitz, I'll go back to the replay. The
Hopefully
way that I
we can
run it,
get a
I
dub.
typically start over the center, but it looked like it worked out
Doing
even better
terrible enough.
if I stayed over there. I didn't have to engage.
Did
See that time? Look how the guard just basically follows me. 71 here. He follows me because he's expecting something. This is ideal. This is perfect. Because if the guard here is blocking nobody and I never got picked up, and I never got suctioned in or engaged, this is probably an even better way to run it. The overload.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true, with diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage blood vessels, causing vision loss or even blindness. So remember this, now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is important to your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Visit nowic.com and take control of your sight.
My job is to lead the land better than what I got it 40 years ago. Our farming operation is very important to us because we want our children to have the same lifestyle that we had growing up.
Farm corn and soybeans or no-till, strip-till, cover crop. There's a pride factor that comes with that when you're farming. It's really not about the accumulation of ground or equipment. It's just
we are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
These long quarters, boy. Definitely gotta have your blood ready.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It doesn't matter whether the running back's blocked or not. If they're going to play even out of pattern, you're going to see the pressure is typically going to come from this guy if that happens. You can see right here, this tackle here, he gets in a position where he already knows.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
This guy would have gone off free. That's why I'm saying this pressure comes from multiple areas. The defensive end in front of him, or is an outside linebacker, I'm not really sure. But he would have gone off free. So that's one of the things you're going to see a lot in this particular series of plays. But you can see, we're going to get that free cornerback pretty much every time. Just put your fastest cornerback in front of the next thing. Put your fastest cornerback in the spot because that's going to make a big difference. And even your biggest hitter, your biggest playmaker, all that stuff's going to be helpful to have at this cornerback spot. So we're going to do it a few more times, but hopefully, we'll just get all the looks that we want. We want to get some more looks. We want to get some looks the right at blocking. But, really easy setup. We're going to do this one time. Hopefully, we'll get that blocking right back. And then we did. I don't know what that was, but that was I think both guys get it. I don't know if that was a
Second down and 8.
play or something. That's weird. So here we get that second one. We're talking about how sometimes you're going to see the quarterback do that. Other times you're going to see this one because defensive end gets it. That's how I'm really sure it's again.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
He didn't block anybody. And you can see we just have a screaming A gap and a really good outside pressure on the same play. Now, this is the formation right here. The 2-4-5 double A gap. There's tons of different double A gaps. They're pretty much work the same. All of them. It's the mid blitz. Everybody knows about this play. Now, as far as this play goes, there's a couple of different. So, I used to do this. Blitz this guy here. Bring him down into the box. To basically just cover this center. I don't typically get picked up on it doesn't typically pick me up on blitz, but I can do this.
So the false start will back them up 5.
What the fuck?
Understandable, we're going to see some of this first game of the year and a penalty.
Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well.
Fucking up, fellas.
This crescendo the entire offseason,
Oh,
so we maybe see some of this in the early part of the game.
Scrolling right down.
But you can see it just kind of basically, get these outside linebackers a little bit better space.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
So some but that's not typically the way they do it anymore.
Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So Dak with a completion there, really showing no ill effects from that injury a season ago. Yeah, what do you think your keys are defensively trying to stop Mr. Prescott?
Well, I think any defensive coordinator will tell you, stop his running game first, because he is at his best off of play action when all of your linebackers come up to the line of scrimmage after the fake to the running back, and that allows him room and space to make a decision downfield. So take away the run, and that allows you to drop into coverage and blanket the field.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a third and 8. Here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown.
So they're in a good position. These safeties here, they react really well. If you'll see, hopefully they'll run a couple of run plays and we'll be able to see them in action. But ultimately, this is pretty much the base setup. And like I said, if you want to, you can really mess with these adjustments. You can, I would say, bring this guy down and make a lot of sense. Just bring him to the line, give yourself as much.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Safeties, if they ever run the ball, you're going to see these safeties play the run really well. In cover 4, though, we're not getting any run plays at all. Cam Newton's not throwing the ball at all. We're going to get a fumble 6. We get a fumble 7 because Cam Newton gave up on the play.
Second and 10.
Coverage-wise is great. We might have to force pick a run play because we're trying to show run defense. We're not taking run plays. So we're getting a lot.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So I don't think that. They said set this up. We're going to go baseline, show left baseline. We have a lot of small guys anyway. I think we're out of run play. You get a lot of small guys in the field. So you really have to make sure that, you know, you can have person out. I don't want to be overpowered by an iPhone anyway. So let's go ahead.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I didn't want to do it this way because I don't want to take my hand off it. It's pretty good. I'm going to try to stay out of it. I'm try to stay in my lane. Typically shoot down and fill those gaps. So let's go to the waiting for them just to show what these safeties do. In cover 4, these typically the safeties will play the run first. So they just basically run right down to the box. That's what makes us a really good run defense is because they will play down.
On first down, Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and he'll force the incompletion.
3 yards of carry, which is exactly what they gave up.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Randy Gregory in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who bring big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving.
God damn.
And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Brian Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. And you bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
I'm like to move in the rock, fellas.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far.
Okay, then. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
You just want to make sure you have a nice, fast receiver. This is just an amazing run play. So we're going to start off with that. Let's run this. I would say cover 3, cover 4 would probably be the best defenses to run this. As you can see right there off the first run.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point.
At our ankles. I typically like to take that wide. That was not a wide run.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
But you can see a huge land up the middle. Go ahead and run it a few more times. This is Jason. I keep taking it short. I know I'm supposed to take it inside.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
It's so broken to the inside. It should be.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
That's something I know too, but I fumble a little bit more from the receivers and everything. Now, the formation is the full house base, and it has some of the best plays that particular formation has.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Cover.
Now Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
Check 52. Motion.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally taken down at the 34. 53 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
That box is filled. We switched to triple option. So we'll use this here. If I didn't mention it, to hand it off to triple option, just come up here and take it.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
So you can easily take it with the quarterback and then flip it out to the fullback slide running back.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Make sure that you have an actual running back there, because most quarterbacks aren't good enough to run that, right? As far as the run plays go, is you have
now they'll throw with Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1.
So there's going to be a lot of opportunities where it's best to just run it out wide like this. And that's going to be really frustrating for your opponent, especially if they're playing with a running back or a user or whatever. They're going to have a great time keeping up, or at least pre-diagnosing with ball.
Now Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Based off of the fact that there would be no quarterback outside here. But this kind of looks like it's a cover 3 because it's kind of been flat. So the motion's got back across. This is a perfect setup for this play. Tight end is typically the lead. And on the other side, we have safety down the box. Safety on the other side.
Jones again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So much better than most stretch plays that I found. The fact that you have a lead block. But you see these guys, they just both pull and get out wide. This is one of the more effective run blocking things.
Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Suckup. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Powering your tools and your tech. Skill.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Prescott now.
Oh, wow. That God damn.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They get into the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. The give is to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Fournette. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Succop for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Still 3 games left, brothers. Still 3 games left.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just going to be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Got it.
Now Prescott. Oh, a nice spin. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
You got to get something done.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On first down, it's Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing on first down is Brady.
What the fuck?
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Brady. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A handoff to Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score at a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Wait a second. Who brought the rooster? Hey, whatever you need to get this job done.
Now Brady. Quick slant to Brown. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First and 10. Here's Brady. He drops it off for Bernard. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady to Evans on the slam. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times. The first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Again, here's Bernard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Will put this one right through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
From what we did to him.
Can you stop it?
I don't know. But he's my brother.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gotta have him be on this one.
Throwing. Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper.
He's gone.
Touchdown! Amari Cooper, 74 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6. Brady now to throw. He'll drop this off for Bernard. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
On play action, it's Brady.
There we go.
Can't get away, and Brady will go down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Gronkowski. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run again with Bernard. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Brady going to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on first down. Bernard, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Hold on, soccer friends. I'm Bruce Campbell. You know me as Ash Williams, the dude who saved the world from evil. I'm here to bring you the lowdown on the upcoming Evil Dead game. You and your friends will team up as classic Evil Dead heroes.
Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use the 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Brady. That'll be dumped off to Vaughn, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Brady to throw. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Antonio Brown from 10 yards out. And the Bucs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Suckup. This a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
This is a very...
Now Brady. He'll check this one down to Vaughn. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Escaping the pressure right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Brady leads with Vaughn on the draw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw. Brady. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Prescott on 1st down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Without as much fanfare as you might expect, Amari Cooper's gone over 1,000 yards in 5 of his 6 NFL seasons, and even without Dak Prescott for much of last year, he finished with a career-high 92 catches.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one.
Tough loss, fellas. Tough loss.
It is just special. You can just feel it. It's so good to have the Pigskin
But we got
there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Buccaneers, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get the weekend off now.